watched it. What you talking the meeting between the two presidents yesterday. Go online today.
I wasn't gonna talk about this, but anyway.
You know what the funny thing is? Neither was I, but freaking hell, we have to. We have to. But you know when you see something, I watched it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Then I go into social media and I'm seeing completely different things, and I'm like, wait,
What are you watching?
did I not watch it? Was I watching something different
100%.
to what you were watching? Because what I watched was what I watched.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but it wasn't crazy, right? It was a lot better than.
And
what
then you
everybody
read
expected.
you read some of the headlines.
Oh.
I mean, one of the headlines I read this morning was, if I remember the words right, President Trump and President Ramaphosa have a heated exchange in the White House. I'm like,
Heated.
there was no heated exchange.
So-
Where did you see a heated exchange?
Nowhere.
But that's the rhetoric that people want.
'Cause
So it feeds a narrative for somebody who's going to go, you see, Trump's done it again. He's done what he did to Zelensky without even going to watch that shit, and then they will suddenly have an opinion on what's happened.
No, 100%. And I think that was like, I feel like everybody was waiting for that. Everybody was waiting for,
Well, that's what they want.
He's going to embarrass him. And then he didn't, right? He didn't embarrass him. He didn't do any tricks. I mean, yes, cool, the whole...
Well, I mean, like, playing that video was a
that was masterful.
pretty masterful
It was
move. But
you got to play the cards you dealt. That's what I feel.
and everyone gets upset instead of actually sitting back going, talk about what's really happening.
Yeah.
Talk about where we're at. But I suppose we're entrepreneurs, business owners, and not politicians. So,
And I mean, you saw when the businessman spoke. The businessman actually made sense. He was the only one in the room, in my mind. Johan Rupert was the only one who made sense in that room. He was the only one he spoke with passion. He spoke with conviction. There was no
and addressed the whole issue.
Yeah, the entirety of
Yeah.
it. He didn't stick to just one thing. He took that one thing and he said, "This is what it is. Let's call a spade, right?" So, for example, like we say, we don't want to talk about it, but here we are. We're gonna do it. John Stearns didn't want to say certain things about the Western Cape.
Well, he didn't want to say certain things about South Africa.
That man was shaking. He was
you know,
scared.
so he didn't want it. But Johan Rupert put it right in the space.
100%.
And then addressed the real issue. The real issue is we have real problems in South Africa. And the real problems are, for me, it's very simple. They're leadership related.
Big time.
They're crime related.
Big time.
They're accountability related.
Ooh.
Those are our biggest issues. We lack accountability.
Yeah.
They're self-serving related.
Yeah.
Everyone's jumping up and down because they're so worried about themselves instead of actually addressing the whole problem. What's the problem? Our economy sucks.
Yeah.